And we're gonna make roast beef sandwiches. Super simple, delicious. My husband dies for them. So let's just get started. This is 3 cups of beef broth, 3 cups water, so 6 cups altogether. I just use bouillon cubes. I think it's easy. This is some just fresh garlic that I've ground up in my Magic Bullet. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one. My roast, pepper, salt, and some vegetable seasoning. Make sure this is all stirred up here. Great. We're gonna start by just putting our broth into our crock pot. Oh yeah, it needs to be mixed up a little bit more. After you've got that in there, let's go ahead and mix in our seasoning. And then you can add salt and pepper to taste. Stir it on up here. Make sure you're all mixed up there. Great. Also add your garlic to taste. Every family is different. My husband and I love garlic. All right, I've added my garlic. You may also choose to roast your garlic. I do that sometimes. I didn't today, just plain fresh garlic, all chopped up. Good stuff there. Then we're gonna put our meat in. Okay, and now that you've got your roast in there, you can decide if you think you maybe need a little bit more water or not. I think I've got a good amount. I like it to just barely cover the top. And then once you're done, you're just gonna put your lid on your crock pot and you're gonna let it cook. Okay, it's been a couple hours and we're back to check on our roast. It looks great. I haven't opened the top. Obviously you want to leave the top on the whole time. It does take about half an hour for the heat to build back up if you open the top. So don't do it. No, it's really tempting sometimes. It smells delicious. I wish you guys could smell it. Oh, it looks wonderful. Okay, so now I've taken the roast out of the crock pot and I'm just cutting it into slices and cutting away some of the fatty bits. So I just cut it into slices like this, you know, not too thick, not too thin. And, you know, about the width, maybe 2 will fit on a hoagie or 1 will fit on a hoagie bun. And then just put it right back into the crock pot and we'll let that thing simmer. Okay, so this is what it looks like, all of the meat just floating back in its juices. We're gonna put the lid back on and we're just gonna let that be. It's on low. You could turn it back to serve depending on how well your meat is done or how well you like it done. I'm just gonna keep it on low for a bit while I do a little bit of cleanup and we'll get started on the buns. Okay, the next step is really easy. It's actually optional. I like my buns to be toasted, so I just buttered each side. They're just little kind of hoagie buns. You can put them on anything you like. Sometimes I use sesame seed hamburger buns. Buttered them and then sprinkled them with a little bit of garlic powder. And I'm gonna put them under the broiler for just a couple minutes. Keep an eye on them. You don't want your buns to burn, but you just want them a little bit toasty. Okay, then once your buns are all toasty, I've taken the tops off, put my beef on the bottom buns. I'm going to use a little bit of shreds here, cheese shreds, and just put on it. My husband likes cheese, so I'm going to layer that on there. Last one. And then back into the broiler again for just a couple minutes. Keep an eye on it because you don't want to burn them. Things can burn very quickly in the broiler. All right, then shut it back up. Oh, this is what they're gonna look like when they come out. The cheese is just, if I can get it to focus here, the cheese is just melty and delicious. And you just put the tops on. You got yourself a good roast beef sandwich. If you want, you can use some of the leftover liquid that's in the crock pot as kind of a dipping sauce. Or you can just eat them like this. It's usually pretty moist, especially once you add the cheese. So there you go, that's it for that. I'm also gonna make some asparagus. I've already put 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil on them. I'm gonna get a little bit of garlic salt here. And I'm just gonna sprinkle a little over the top. Good. And then we're gonna do some ground pepper also. And now that both of those are all on there and it looks good, I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on. And we're just gonna let that hang out. And there you go, all set, that's dinner. Nice big serving of greens. our yummy roast beef sandwich. And looks good. Hope you guys enjoyed this and have a great day.